So that's great. That's great. And now I want to talk a little bit about the strengthening that I know it's a part of the treatment that you like. So how do you relate strengthening and McKenzie?
How I've evolved over the last number of years is I see, and this may answer some of your other questions. I see physiotherapy, or if you're a physiotherapist or a chiropractor or someone who practices legitimate forms of musculoskeletal therapy, and I'm talking about not all the bells and whistles and machines and things like this. People who use movement as a means of treatment. I see this now as not a secondary part of medicine, but a primary medical intervention. Because now so many of our problems of an aging population are physical problems that can lead to the comorbidities. You think of people with cardiac problems, vascular problems, pulmonary problems, even things like Alzheimer's, in some cases cancer. A lot of that is made worse, or the problem is contributed to by a lack of activity, a lack of proper activity. Now, some of those patients can't be sufficiently active, because they've got musculoskeletal problems. And traditional medicine has not been successful at treating these. You can't give medications for most of the musculoskeletal problems we have, if you exclude the inflammatory arthritis. Most of them, for rehabilitation, need some form of movement-based treatment. And it's such a powerful form of treatment. And so the way I've started to think of our profession, the musculoskeletal profession, is that it's one of tremendous importance, not just from musculoskeletal problems, but that in turn affects those other issues, so some of those comorbidities. Because if you can't move, you can't exercise adequately, you're more susceptible to some of those problems, which is tremendous burden on society. Now, so what I'm thinking now is that physiotherapy is an essential health service. It's a way of helping to keep people healthy. Now, that's where strength is so important, because from about the age of, say, mid-30s onwards, all humans are starting to lose muscle mass. And it becomes critical later on in life. And it makes people more susceptible to falls, to fractures. All of these problems of disability can stem from that loss of muscle mass. Now, you can't reverse it completely, but you can slow it down so much that even in late old age, it's not a critical problem in terms of the activities of daily living. People can still, if they can maintain enough muscle mass, they can perform those vital tasks of getting up out of a chair, getting up out of bed in the middle of the night, maintaining balance. A lot of that, the balance problems, not all of it, but some of it is due to a lack of strength. And it's so easy. It's the biggest disease that is unrecognized, sarcopenia. And it's so easy to manage. You only need to apply strengthening, real strengthening, probably once a week, and you can get have a very effective program for the health and longevity of patients.